Well, hello, you guys. Okay, so TBH, let's just get down to it. It has been a while since I saw something from Too Faced that really intrigued me. It piqued my interest and I needed to have it and try it out. So we got it. It is the Too Faced Femme Palette, palette, which I call the butterfly palette because it's kind of like their butterfly collection. I'm curious. We're finally seeing some color from them. Is it gonna be good though? Is it gonna be pigmented enough? I don't know. Too Faced, if you need a good neutral palette, they have a lot, and usually they'll throw in one fun color in there, but there's a few in here, so I'm intrigued. And also, I heard really good things from the Too Faced Teddy Bear palette, which seems to have the same layout, same size. So I'm hopeful. I'm cautiously optimistic about this palette. It can really go either way. It's a 50-50 shot. Too Faced can be a little bit inconsistent when it comes to their eyeshadow formula, and I don't like that, but I'm gonna give it a chance. So that's what we're gonna be doing today, testing this out on my eyes. I'll do some swatches. We'll show you the comparison in size to one of my other palettes from Too Faced, that it's like their typical size. Talk about the pricing and everything, because yeah, we'll talk about that. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. If you want to join me, we'll go grab yourself a cup of coffee, go get your makeup out, play along with me, hang out, and subscribe if you want to see more makeup content from me. I post all things beauty here on the tube. Right now, I am having a feature once a month where I am trying at least one small indie brand. Obviously, today is not that day. Too Faced is not an indie brand by any means, and they are not small. So that is different. So subscribe so you don't miss out on those. And I'm, of course, just trying out things as I'm really inspired and excited for them, not testing out every single thing that launches, because it's just not, it's not where it's at, and I'm done with that. But anyways, I'm ready to dive into this, and if you're ready to join me, then let's do it, boo. Boo. First up, let's unbox this sucker. So this is the outer carton, and let's slide out the palette. Yep, it's just the same exact on the inner carton. It is a cardboard packaging, if you are wondering, and I haven't even opened her up yet, so let's take a look. Oh, there's no little sleeve in there. Wow! Oh my goodness, that is so beautiful. Let me take a look with my, wow, those pans are small. Oh, there are marble shades in here, which I kind of forgot for a moment. That has my heart. That's the only reason why I almost was gonna get the teddy bear palette, but then I decided to like slow my roll because I'm a sucker for marble shades. Okay, Huda Beauty, they know how to do a marble shade and I love it. So I'm really excited that there's marble shades in here. One of them even looks duochrome. No, all four look duochrome. It looks like there's a light shimmer. It looks like there's a metallic. This looks fun. But is it? Did they do it right? I'm so curious. There is a cute little mirror in here with the butterflies. Listen, I'm wearing a butterfly shirt. It's like a whole theme. Butterflies are really big right now. I'm not particularly into butterflies. For me, this was not about the packaging. I could care less about the butterflies, honestly. I mean, it's a vibe. It's a spring look. It's just, pastels for spring, groundbreaking. I think it's cute. But I'm here for this color story. I'm here to see how this formula is. I'm really hopeful. Oh my goodness, there's little imprints. Look at those, but hang on a second. Is that like colored on? Oh, strangely enough, I haven't seen a brand like print artwork onto their shadows yet. We always see the pressing like you see in the Too Faced, but I haven't seen this before. That's really pretty. That's really cute. It kind of looks like wood grain, which is really cool. Oh my goodness, that would be such a cool palette. Okay, I'm going in my head. Anyways, okay, let's talk about size. Okay, first of all, this retails for $39 USD, which for Too Faced, there's like a certain category of their eyeshadow palettes that fall into that. They have their $29 eyeshadow palettes that are like their little like Christmas one. They come out with like a million. They come out with like, I think it has 6 pans in it. That's kind of almost looks like the size of the pans, but obviously you're getting a lot more. I have here the pumpkin spice, which is their tin packaging. When you see this palette, it looks like it's gonna be this big. Same situation with the teddy bear palette. A lot of people were surprised on the size, as was I when I was watching reviews. Like, that is sizably different. The traditional tin palette Too Faced are rectangular in shape. These ones are square and sizably different. Okay, total net weight difference is, okay, the butterfly palette is 9.2 grams, where the tin packaging one is 12.6. So a pretty substantial size difference. $10 difference in price point. These tin ones usually around $49. This one is $39. So you can kind of decide for yourself if that's worth it for you. I don't care necessarily to have like giant pans. I mean, I don't know if those are giant, but like I'm never gonna hit pan on these, and I probably won't ever hit pan on this, but it's just interesting. I feel like this is kind of their mid-range palette price point because you also have, I think $39 as the natural eyes. The natural eyes from Too Faced, $39. That's like the original palette style that they did. That one's $39 too. So this one falls into that price point, but take that with what you will. I just thought it was interesting. Honestly though, when I got this package from Sephora in the mail, even though I braced myself for the size being smaller than what I typically see in their tin pans, I still was like, what is this? A palette for ants? Because it's just jarringly small when you're used to large palettes from Too Faced. So anyways, let's swatch some of these suckers. They look so beautiful. I don't want to mess up that butterfly imprint, but I'm excited, okay? Oh, okay, this marble, it's like rose gold and purple. Oh my gosh. There's like a shifty blue. Okay. Interesting. I feel like, I'm going to show you guys these in a minute, but I just want you kind of like seeing my first impressions of swatches. There probably could be more pigment in this. That bluey one is kind of like a topper, really sparkly, pretty. It's just Too Faced a lot of times just lacks depth and richness to their products, which like is BS because they got the funds, okay? They got the funds. So that bluey shade looks really nice. Ooh. And then this purple one is like a light shimmer. Yeah, that's a pretty typical kind of dryish shimmer formula. Almost wants to be a matte, but also shimmer. Yeah. You see how this blue one kind of came off across more like a topper? It looks really rich in the pan, but it ain't cooperating that way. But the pastels do look really nice, and a couple of the shades surprised me. This is that one that was like really rich, like Huda Beauty, and then this metallic formula is really rich too. It's just like things like this, I don't know, Too Faced. You could definitely do better than that, but we'll see. We'll play around with it on my eyes and we'll check out everything and see how it goes. Okay, so the reason why I bought this palette, right, is because it actually has some color in it. So I'm mostly going to be using the colors as well as the marble shades to really see if they finally got the formula right. Let me first though start off with this base shade that's in there, because that one seemed really good for my skin tone. And I'm going to just dust that underneath the brow. It should be pretty simple. Yeah, that's typically what works just fine for Too Faced. My eyebrows are freaking shedding. It's one of those bad Patrick Ta lamination gels days. Some days, most times it's fine. And then you got these days where it's just webbing and super annoying. But I digress. Let me go in now with, it's crazy. I thought this purpley shade was matte, but it has like this weird, it's like this weird formula some of these brands are starting to use where it's not matte and it's not matte with shimmer and it's not quite a shimmer. It's in between. It's a weird satin that just makes me uncomfortable because it doesn't blend great, but I want to use it because that's what I wanted to do. So I'm going to try. I'm going to try. Because how else are you supposed to use the shade? I don't know. So it's that lavendery shade that I'm talking about. Let me dip it in with this blending brush. I don't know. And let me put that on the inner corner. It's weird because it's so stupid. It should have been a matte shade, like a pigmented lavender. Okay, frosted matte. That's kind of like what it is. I think it would be really pretty if you just wanted to sweep that onto your eyes, but it's not going to work for all skin tones. It's just not. That is, that's a bummer that is what it looked like in the pictures. Okay, moving on. Let me go in with the blue shade in there, and let's see how that one works. Well, a little dusty, but that's fine as long as it performs. Let's put that one in the middle. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, okay. I like that. That's better than previous formulas from them where they attempted to do color. Nice, nice, nice. Then I'm going to get a finer brush and I'm going to pop in this kind of maroon pink shade. Okay, that has some nice pigment to it. Yes, 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 yes. That is what I would like to see. Dude, I apologize. I'm trying to film in natural lighting for you guys because that's what you guys, a lot of feedback has been like, oh, I really like the natural lighting, but why do I start doing it in January when we have a lot of partly cloudy days? I don't know. This is why I like my studio lights, because they're consistent, but then when I want to do like foundation reviews or show true colors like as much as possible, natural lighting is the best. But it's so inconsistent. So bear with me. I'll just constantly be readjusting my lighting for you so you can see this true tone. That's really pretty. That's blending really nicely. These two shades are really good. It's just I really don't like that pinky lavender shade. That was dumb. I'm going to take my packing brush and just bring that down to the lash line. Take that blue and extend it onto the lash line too. Yeah, that has some good color to it, definitely. Okay, so that's not getting patchy or anything either. That's looking really nice and pigmented for those two shades. Let's play around with the marble metallics because it's nice to see them do some other things. I mean, this one is definitely going to be a topper. I'm going to use that blue one, but it's like a really cool shifting topper. Let's just place that. Ooh, that's really pretty. Let's just place that on. It's picking up, because I'm putting on top of the blue, I think, it's picking up really like yellow turquoisey shifting, which is gorgeous. So I'm excited to see them experiment with some different formulas. I just think of swatches, I just want some more rich shades in there because you're paying a pretty penny, but this is nice. I think this goes really well with this palette. That is a really pretty, it's a really pretty topper. Lovely. That's lovely. So you could, if you were going to do a look like this, you can just do that. But I want to see how these other formulas are. So first, I'm going to take this one that was like more of the rich kind of Huda Beauty kind of marbly shade. Yeah, it feels like exactly like one of the shades from the new Nude palette, which is one of my favorites of all time. And I'm going to put that one on the inner corner. Ooh, yes. That is what I think I want. I want a palette of all these marble shades. That would be nice. So let's pack that on there and then kind of blend it into the blue, and I'll go back in with that blue shimmer to like blend it out and kind of fine tune it. But that looks really, really pretty. Now, because this metallic kind of formula was seemingly really rich too, I'm going to take my finger also. Just, I prefer to use my finger to pack on kind of metallic formulas because that's just the way I like it. Not all of them play well with a brush. I think that will be nice, time and place. It doesn't really go with this look, but it does lean a tiny bit matte. So I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know. Let me go, let me just for, yeah. I'm going to go back in with the first one that I did in my inner corner and just pop that on top because it's not quite the richness on the eyes as I was hoping for, but it's also on top of another matte. So it's hard to judge it in performance right now with all these layers. So let me just do this. And then I'm also going to take that blue shade since it's so light. I'm going to put that on the inner corner. Let me put some shadow on the lower lash line. I think I'm going to go in with this pinky shade all the way over here. It's like a pinky nude. A lot of kick up on some of these mattes, but they seem to be blending out nicely. And then I'm just smudging that darker, deep maroony shade that I used on the outer corners and inner corners. Just going to pop that onto the lower lash line. So I'm gonna go take a look at this in my regular mirror, see everything, and go do my lashes, liner, finish it up. I'll show you what it looks like, and then you can see that. So I'll be back in a second, okay? All right, so here is the finished eye look all done up for you guys to check out. I use these kind of fluttery lashes from House of Lashes. They're the iconic lights, and I just love these lashes. It really ties everything together. Mwah. But I got some things to say about this palette as I was thinking about it. I was like, okay, I like that Too Faced is finally, I guess, kind of taking some risks. I don't know. Here's the thing. I almost feel like I'm giving them participation points for finally bringing us a variety of textures. It is really nice. I'm hopeful. I'm like painting this narrative in my head that maybe this means they've realized they kind of haven't kept up with the different formulas and this is their way of like dipping their toes into the water since it's not like a huge pan palette. But some of these formulas need to be fine-tuned a little bit. Just basically those weird matte shimmers. I don't know. There's just weird choices. I don't know if that's a personal preference only of mine, but yeah, just like 2 or 3 of these shades are just, I'm not jiving with. And for a brand that's this established, that has this much money behind them, I expect more. I expect to be blown away by the whole thing. I mean, $39, it's still pricey. I honestly almost didn't get it because it was that price point, and then I had a bunch of Sephora points, so I cashed out 500 points to get the $10 off coupon that you can do at Sephora. And for $29, I'm like, oh yeah, totally, I'll totally grab that. So $29 seems like a more fair price point, I think, for this size of palette and for a couple shades to not be my favorite. But for $39, $40, that's a lot. That's a lot of coin. So I am cautiously optimistic. And are they starting to branch out and try some more things? I'm hopeful, since this is their second palette that has these marble shades in there. And I really like some of them a lot. Like that blue one, obviously, you can tell I really like it. And that pink one, and I think that one over there. There's just a few that I didn't really love, but I will be continuing to use this and trying it out in all different ways. So definitely subscribe so you don't miss out when I do like an updated speed review. Let you guys know how much I continue to like it, or maybe change my mind. I really enjoy this cool little printing of the butterflies that they did, as you could tell from my first reaction. It won't stay. It's like a, it's weird. I don't know how they did it, but it's really cute. And I think we'll see more brands do that. Maybe they did that with the teddy bear palette. I don't know, because I don't have it, but I like that idea a lot. Let me know down in the comments below, is this a palette that you're going to be picking up? If you're going to be trying it, did you already get it? I think I've said all I need to say. Make sure you subscribe before you go so you don't miss out on future content. And you can also follow me over on Instagram and TikTok, where I do kind of more silly things. I just like film makeup reels that are silly, like memes, and then I make makeup memes, and I just have a lot of fun over there too. So come say hi, come follow me there, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!